Google's anti-gravity is a game-changing AI coding tool if you use it the right way. People are using it like a chatbot, but I found a system that builds way better apps 10 times as quickly.
Most people fail with AI tools because they treat them like chatbots instead of systems.
First F stands for frame. So frame is basically we want to be specific about the problem we're solving. Albert Einstein famously said, if you give me an hour to solve a problem, I'm going to spend 55 minutes on the problem. So we're going to build today an app. Hey there, Claude. I'm going to give you an overview of an app I want to build. I want you to challenge my thinking and help me refine the problem. I want to build a bills dashboard for my home. It's going to track all my expenses.
Frame means you get painfully specific about what you're building and why. Because vague prompts make vague apps. When the problem is clear, the AI stops guessing and starts building.
Then off the back of that, it's going to enable to give me a beautiful, gorgeous dashboard and UI, and it'll help me in my decision making as a principal. So the idea here, guys, is that we speak with Claude on the idea of what we want to build. I like Claude because I think it's really good at this kind of back and forth.
Guys, I planned for a pretty long video packed with value, education, and real case studies, exactly the steps that we take and we teach our students to make real money. And you, my friend, haven't liked the video yet. May I ask why? Come on, give me some inspiration. Like this video, share with your friends and family, and make sure you subscribe to the channel. Switch on the notification bell button because this is just the beginning. We upload a new training every single day and you want to get notified by YouTube. And the only way to do that is to subscribe to our channel and make sure you ask your friends and family to subscribe as well. And in this way, you also help us get 10,000 subscribers in next 90 days. So go ahead, like, share, and subscribe. Let's go.
And then what we're going to do, once we've been really specific on this, is we're going to take the output from that and then head back over to anti-gravity. Remember, the better and more specific we can be with our initial prompt, the way better the app is going to get. And I won't miss a step out.
Now, once the problem is locked in, the next step is showing the AI what good actually looks like.
Onto the second L in our flow framework, which is layout. So once you've pasted this in, we're going to get some inspiration for design. You can find many different websites from this. I've got a whole bunch here that I often reference in my community. I'm going to come and double click into one on Dribble where you can enter in information and get like Bill's dashboard. So just giving you a very quick TLDR overview, you can give anti-gravity images. I'm going to simply copy this image and then we're going to head over to anti-gravity and just simply paste that in.
Layout is where you feed it design references, images, UI inspiration, brand guidelines. This is how you avoid getting a default template app. You're basically saying, here's the style, match this.
Then we send this one off. And crucially, one of the things that we can do here, guys, on the left-hand side, under the design section of the layout section, is we can actually upload brand guidelines and images that we think are really cool. So if you find a website link's great, or maybe you've got brand guidelines, you can drop it into your files really easily. So for example, if I get brand guidelines from my text-to-speech startup, I can drop it in. What we can do now is add these brand guidelines within it. And then we can also add a file on the left-hand side, which references how it's supposed to do those rules. So what we can do is on the left-hand side.
But here's the part. Most people still mess up. Even with great design, the build can go sideways unless you control the process.
Yeah. Now, here's the thing I want you to pay attention to, is that we have what are called artifacts in this, which a lot of people miss. And essentially what happens here is you can see it's given us an implementation plan for our app, a goal description, a user review, proposed changes. Now, what's really cool with anti-gravity is you can actually do annotations if you want to. So say, for example, here, we've got styling. I might want to add a comment to that. So I can click on comment on this line and say,
orchestration is where you stop prompting and start directing. You use artifacts like task lists and implementation plans. Then you add annotations, comments to steer the AI like a project manager.
Hey, I want you to use the provided brand guidelines in the styling. Okay, bam, I can add that comment. And basically now Gemini will take this through and do its different bits and pieces.
Quick pause here. If what I'm sharing is making sense and you're thinking, okay, but how does this actually work in a real system? I've put together a free training that walks through the exact structure and process we use. It's not theory, it's a behind-the-scenes walkthrough of how the system is set up, how the pieces fit together, and how most of the heavy lifting is already handled, so you're not starting from zero. If you want to see how it's structured and decide for yourself if it's a good fit, the link is in the description. All right, let's jump back in.
And then I'm going to actually go ahead and proceed with this. And then we have our task list, which is a different kind of artifact. And once again, I can then add whatever I want to. So on animations and polish, I may want to add a comment and say, make sure the animations are particularly gorgeous and interactive. Okay, whatever I want to, I can add comments.
And once you can orchestrate the build, the next step is simple. You ship it, so it becomes real.
That leads us on to the final step of our flow framework, which stands for world, which is taking the app that we built and publishing it so the world can actually see it. Now, to do this, we're on the actual GitHub, right? But we're going to host it somewhere. There's a couple of websites you can do for this. The one that we like to use a lot on the Jack Roberts YouTube channel is Vercel. I should call out, by the way, quick FYI, if you want to learn a lot more about anti-gravity, I just released in our classroom under the AI automation section.
World means publishing. GitHub to Vercel live on a domain, because an app that isn't live doesn't exist. Publishing turns your project into an asset you can share, sell, or reuse.
A full anti-gravity course that will go through everything step by step. If you want that extra layer of support and the community, I'll put a link down below so you can check that one out. So in Vercel, we're going to connect that to GitHub so you can see the repo. Now, if I click on it, I click on Add New, I click on Project, like so, and we're going to see the Glider Finance dashboard there. All we do is we click Import. This brings it over. The framework preset usually pre-populates. Then you click on Deploy. And essentially what this will do now is publish it onto a domain.
And once it's live, the real question isn't, can you build? It's how you turn that into income. If you like this video, gently hit the like button. If you dislike this video, then share with your friends and family. Because whether you liked it or not, it could be helpful to your friends and family and your social media contact. And if you think we are doing our best to try and explain to you how you can change your life, and you want to watch the next video, then make sure you subscribe to our channel and switch on the notification bell button. And make sure you ask your friends and family and social media contacts to subscribe to our channel, switch on the notification bell button as well. This way, you will help us get 10,000 subscribers in next 3 months. To learn more money techniques, watch these videos, and we will see you on the next one.